A lot of y'all are hoping she's mean. And honestly, by this cover page alone, I'm kind of seeing the vision. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here, fun fact. I do me too. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact: 2 color pages, back to back. Now you think about it though. Hold on a second. I need to take a look in a book. Yes, I'm still reading it den to den. Don't worry about it. Let me see something. Did this have a cover page? Colored cover page? No, it didn't. Yeah. So interesting. Both Kagurabachi and ichithewitch have cover color pages. And the reason that does stand out to me is because I typically think of color pages only coming in when like the story is doing really well. I know volume 4 just released, so maybe it's a double drop in case of that, but this is 1 color page. But then again, I guess it's a simpler color page. And this one didn't have one, right? This was just a regular, yeah, it was just a regular opener. So interesting. Yeah, just look at ichithewitch getting color page after color page after color page after color. I mean, maybe this is just once again Shiro Uzumaki Sensei being like, hey, you artists who happen to read my manga, allow me to flex my artistic muscles on you. And I get it. I know you're broken. I know you're cracked. Sensei. You don't need to keep flexing on me. Please. It's just so gorgeous. But with it being the case, Komugi and Spica? I think that's the name. Gosh darn it. But Komugi and her sister, they do look very much alike. I think their hairs are a different green, though. That's a slightly different. That may just be like shadowing or shading. I think. Hold on. Let me make sure this character's name is Spica before I go around. Because I will do that. I will call the character the wrong name throughout describing it. Let me make sure I get this right. Yeah, Spica Harvest. Okay, so Spica Harvest. She does genuinely look like a slightly older Komugi, which makes me believe that at best there may be like 2-3 years of age gap between these two characters. Like, I honestly can't tell. Like, there's nothing that Spica has in particular that makes me think these two are drastically older. In fact, you could tell me they are like literally a year apart, and I'd probably believe you. They look very similar. One thing I will admit though, I didn't actually go too deep into Tap the Dome and the last chapter's design for Spica, despite this being a relatively important character, gosh darn it, considering we saw her in the past. At least I think we saw her in the past when she was still a child. But I didn't actually analyze her design too much, so let me do it here. The main point of analysis isn't just the fact that she looks exactly like Komugi. And I think about it, it's interesting. They both have this, what is it? Would it be eyeliner? I'm not sure what I would call it. But they have this thick, green outline over their eyes. I'm assuming that may just be like mascara, eyeliner. I don't know. Look at me. Look at it. Do you think I know anything about female fashion? Huh? No, I got nothing. But in the case, they both have this. Their hair is done differently. Notably, Spica's is seemingly shorter overall, unless she has. Well, actually, no. It looks like there's a ponytail back here, so maybe they do have similar length hair. But Komugi wears her hair seemingly enough. I'm not even sure how this hairstyle works, right? Because Komugi has the 2 longer strands that come out the side and the back. Meanwhile, she just has a long strand in the back. I wonder what happened to her eye. That's actually interesting. We know she's a captain, so that probably is, she may have lost her eye on some sort of mission. But I wonder, does she have any magics? Presumably she just knows magic. Like Komugi doesn't have any magics, but knows magic. I'm guessing that's the same case with Spica, because technically she's not a witch. And it seems like only witches are allowed to capture magics. The only reason Ichi was immediately promoted to witch was because he captured Uro, if only entirely by circumstance. And then their general motifs are very interesting. Notably, Komugi is still seemingly in student attire, but with her being a captain and everything, I'm guessing she has graduated from the academy that Komugi's technically going to. So overall, very interesting designs. And I think, before I get into the chapter, do I place my bets on her being mean or misunderstood? Because a lot of y'all just said she's gonna be mean. Like somebody y'all just said, Pencil Man, let's be so for real right now. She's just gonna be a mean older sister. And yeah, it's entirely possible. Who knows? Like she lost an eyeball. Who knows what it could be like? But let's see. Let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 45, 45th Hunt. Appearances deceive. Oh, she's gonna be mean. Oh no. But let's see. Chapter 45, Ichi the Witch. I am not reading all that again because remember this is a flashback. Oh, well, actually I can read a little bit of it. The average man, no magic power. All they can't use magic or magic items. Which is, once again, I don't know how Goku Rock was able to do it. I genuinely don't know how Goku Rock was able to use magic, because we know he uses magic tools. Huh? I still don't know that. And I am very interested, right? I'm not sure how much of a role men are going to have in this narrative, especially with 2 of our main characters being men already. I'm assuming we're going to get a lot through them. And it seems like at least some of the mangas we met so far have been characterized at least as male passing. Like, obviously, our main antagonist, the World Hater, while they are either non-binary and or just an it, because, you know, they're a magic, very much male-coded. Same thing with Uro, very male-coded. Inazuri, I would say, is rather male-coded. Origumo and Urawashi, thanks to their both animal-esseness, is still a little bit vague. I read them more as, like, female-coded. And then even Bakugami himself, the Joyous Sorrow magic, also very male-coded. So we definitely do have our fair share of men already, but I do wonder if we're going to get, like, any further explanation of, like, what are men's role in this universe. Like, I made a whole running joke about last chapter how the reason I think Senseis is really canon is because it doesn't seem like these women even have to remotely care about husbands, because they are the pinnacle of, like, power and status. Like, Descos is the strongest witch in the world. I'm assuming she could literally pick any man she wants to have a husband if she wanted one, but she doesn't. Maybe because they're... What is happening now? What? Sorry about that. Oh! Stop! Sorry about that. My headphones fell directly onto the keyboard and thusly sent me straight into the future. Well, enough I didn't get to read anything because I was too busy being flashbang, but I do wonder if we're gonna explore that at all. I mean, we don't really have to though. This is a story with 2 male main characters and a bunch of male coded characters in the magic, so it seems very likely that we probably won't have to explore the men's role too much, but it'd be very interesting. I didn't know if Descos needs a husband, dog. I do anything. Let's see. The average woman, they have the potential, but they can barely use magic. They can use magic items, however. Okay, it's average people. And yep, it's witches, witch cadets, and then... Oh, wait, now. Witch cadets... Oh, these captains, I guess. Let me stop. Let me just read the bigger text. The Mantinell Witches Association is organized into a simple hierarchy. Inside this part here, you'll find most... English! Inside this part here... Right? No, and what voice are we doing from there? Hold on. Focus, pencil man. What are we doing? The Mantinell Witches Association is organized into a simple hierarchy. Inside this part here, you'll find most of the departments that support the association, and all the witch cadets who work for them. The combat department... Ah, okay. Very interesting. So it is truly a whole bunch of witch cadets. It is... And that does make you wonder, how many of that flashback, because I don't think I'll be able to pull it up. I think it's like in the 5s, and I just don't have access to that chapter right now. But I do genuinely wonder how many witches are there, essentially? Because so far we've met 5 full-fledged witches, I do believe. Because Monogold, the leader. We have Shirobadana, the analytic witch. We have Togais, the... I actually forget what Togais' title is. Descaros, the abyssal witch. And then Ichi. Right? I think that's it. I think that's it. Of the like 4 like official witches: Togais, Descaros, Monogold, and Shirobadana. And then, why are you tilted? That's weird. Stop tilting. But those are the 4 official witches plus Ichi. I think those are the only witches we've met. But I wonder how many of those women we saw that were watching over Ichi, were they also witches, or were they witch cadets? Now that we're exploring this, let's see. You'll find most of the departments that support the association, and all witch cadets who work for them. Okay, so most departments. So there still are some witches who lead these associations, but we just haven't seen them yet. Combat department, medical department, accounting department. We saw that last chapter. Wand and tools department. That's what Lovejoe runs. Fashion department. That's what I don't remember the character's name, but the woman who was happy to see men and make male uniforms. That's what she was doing. Let's see. And the leaders of these departments all hold a certain rank. But are they witches, though? Are they witches? Let's see. The leaders of these departments all hold a certain rank. Senior Witch Cadet. Okay, so interesting. Even so... Huh. Okay, so that's what it is. That's 2 levels of Witch Cadet. So these Witch Cadets are seniors. These Witch Cadets are juniors, I'm guessing. So ultimately, they're really... So there must not be that many witches if the leaders of these departments aren't even witches yet. Does the Mantinell Association only have like 4 real witches? Like, I want to count Ichi, and my baby boy, my glorious handsome son. He is cooking right now, but it feels weird to count him as a full witch considering how non-conventional he is. So does the Mantinell only have 4? I mean, it depends on how powerful these guys are, but like, I don't think Lovejoe's a combatant. I don't think the this is the dress woman whose name I don't remember, but I highly doubt she's a combatant. But I'm guessing if this is, I highly doubt Spica's the head of the accounting department while missing an eyeball. Let's say she's probably the head of the combat unit. If I had to hazard a guess, that's why she lost an eye. And interesting, I love the outfits though. Spica has a mix of like floral patterns and very specifically like a piece of a dress. The woman who does all the dress work is fully dressed up, and then Lovejoe's very much dressed in like what looks like a suit, a turtleneck, and slacks. Very, very nice, fitting for all the characters so far. But then again, I just don't know much about Spica or either of these two characters. But Lovejoe definitely seems like the kind of character who would dress like this. Let's see. Within the Mantinell Witch Association, this rank is second only to that of a full-fledged witch. How many witches are there though? And dog, stop it. Stop. I was just recording Kagurabachi. And you know, I can't even tell if y'all can hear it, but I can hear it, and it's bothering me. Stop it. I just recorded Kagurabachi. Y'all were silent that entire time. Let me just record Ichi. Please. Please. Let's see. This rank is second only to that of a full-fledged witch. What a glamorous sight. Right? It's so rare for all the captains? This is it? We're missing 2. Because we only have 3 departments here. We have the wand and tools department. We have the fashion department. But like, what about the head of the medical department? What about the head of the combat? Well, I'm assuming once again, I think Spica is the head of the combat department. But and someone pointed out that brain. Someone mentioned that Kabuki's name means wheat. So her name fully translates to wheat harvest. So what does Spica mean? Does Spica? I should have asked that in their comment. But does that mean Spica means something? Like if Kabuki's wheat harvest is like Spica mean fruit? I'm not sure. But if that has a direct translation to wheat harvest, I wonder what Spica's name translates to, or if it's just like a randomly associated name. But interesting. It looks like we're missing 2 departments heads here, but the group of department aides are saying all the captains together. But there are only 3 here. Maybe the other 2 will show up. Let's see. Oh, Master Spica Harvest is particularly glorious. I see the vision. Let's see. Everyone says she's guaranteed to be the next captain promoted to full witch. But how many are there? How many witches are there? Like, don't tease me. There may only. I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if it's like a max of 10. We've only met like 4 plus Ichi, which makes 5. I wouldn't be shocked if there were like 10. Like it's a constantly rotating cycle, and maybe some witches go to other organizations. I don't know. Because we know the Mantinell Witch Association, despite being the association we focused on the most so far, the world building is good enough that we know there are other witch associations. Seemingly none as strong as Mantinell, because they don't have my glorious, amazing, legendary, beautiful, scrumdiddlyumptious Queen Descaras there, the strongest witch in the world, presumably. But still, they do exist. So I do wonder how many witches there are total in the world, and if they all function like the Mantinell Witch Association, where they have a select few witches, and then a bunch of witch cadets, and senior witch cadets who are captains. I'm very interested to see more of this world. Honestly, I would say this, in terms of like all the recent new gen manga, next to Gachikuta, which has a heavy emphasis on the mysteries of its world, so that's like it's gonna get a whole lot of points for that. And I guess Fire Force as well. I really am interested in the world building of Ichi the Witch. And it seems like even the authors themselves, like Osamu Nishi Sensei and Shirozaki Sensei, they're also very interested in fleshing out and really letting us get a proper feel for this world bit by bit, piece by piece, alongside Ichi and learning stuff like that. So I'm leaning with it. I'm rocking with it. Let's see. Everyone says she's guaranteed to be the next captain. I know what I need to do from now on. I know exactly what I need to do from now on. It'll be slightly tedious. Sorry, I thought it was something completely different. I hope I remember it for the next time I go to record. But let's see. Oh, Master Spica Harvest is particularly glorious. Everyone says she's guaranteed to be the next captain promoted to full witch. I'm guessing. Because again, I don't know, like, does Shirobadana throw hands? She's the analytic witch. But can she box? Like, what models does she have access to? We know Togeist and Descaras are both powerhouses. And I'm assuming while Monogold is not stronger than probably either of them, but definitely not Descaras, I'm assuming she has hands of her own. She's the Gold Witch. Or no, the Orace Witch. I remember that title specifically. Why do I not remember Togeist's title, but I remember Monogold's title? But essentially, she's the Orate Witch. I'm assuming she has hands and paws, and likely captures some Moshiks. But it does make me wonder, how strong are they? But then again, I am just going with the headcanon that she's the leader of the combat department. She may be the leader of the medical department. Who knows? Lost the eye somehow. Let's see. Everyone says she's guaranteed to be the next captain promoted to full witch. Isn't she pretty? Oh, she's so amazing. One, because I can't actually tell how old the character is, and I am not getting caught up in it. I could risk Descaras, because Descaras was shown drinking. We can rock with that. We can risk Descaras. Not risking Spica, but like, I think it's because I mean, like, a decent chunk of you watch East. But I think y'all can tell. I like my woman a little thick. Let's say that. I can appreciate that Spica is very aesthetically well designed and has a very polite appearance, but like appearances are deceiving. Roll credits, but also, just not really my thing. If I had to be completely honest, but that's a me thing. Let's take a look. Master Spica, the main event of tonight's gala is the debut of the Mantinell's new witch in their team, right? We thought that for sure you... Oh, I cannot do this many female voices, though. Why am I doing Ichi the Witch? I've been kind of lucky with the cast that's been introduced in Ichi the Witch so far. I have not had to do so many different female voices back to back. Because I have no range for female voices. I barely have range for male voices. We'll try our best. Hold on. I need to take a sip. This is gonna stress. This is gonna stretch the high pitch. And funnily enough, if I was going just full straight falsetto, this would not bother me all too much. But I don't want to give all these women the same super high falsetto. Open up water. Let me see. Okay. There we go. Let's give it a shot. We thought for sure that you'd be the next one to be chosen for a full witch, Master. But for it to be some random stranger? They haven't even taken the aptitude exam, yet they've gone straight to being a witch. They did. Well, then again, they don't know this. But, in their defense, Ichi, despite not knowing ball, the boy knows ball. He obviously opened strong with Uro. But, to be fair, I get why they didn't pay him, or give him too much credit for that one, because he essentially stole Descartes' kill. Aye. But, he got Inazuri fair and square, by himself. Urowashi, he also got, mostly by himself. I mean, obviously, Descartes and Komugi helped, but that was an Ichi solo effort. Then Urigumo, he also diffed by himself. Like, even Blitz diffed it while it was being handled by Gokuraku. And then, Emilio's a Gokuraku effort, especially with the whole trial thing. But even by himself, like, Ichi, he's not just a lucky guy. No, he's actually just very, very competent and clearly knows ball, despite not knowing ball. But they don't know that. They have no context for that. Let's see. There's something wrong with that. Not only that, I cannot tell how old these characters are supposed to be and what voice range, but I'm not going even higher. Not only that, he's a man. No way. But then again, I understand that. That part being confusing makes absolute sense. Because, like, if for all my life I was told this group of people can't do this thing, and then suddenly the highest level of that thing is being done by that man, especially before someone who seemingly is very, very qualified like Spica, I'd also be like, huh? Patch this? What is happening? I was like, how in the world does a man get to be a witch? Well, you'll find out. Let's see. Interesting. Did Spica not? Well, I'm assuming Spica knew that, because the appearance is deceiving. I'm guessing she's, like, mostly holding up a front. Let's see. Wait, what? I thought that was fake. No, I actually heard it's true. That's even harder to accept. A man calling himself a witch? Preposterous. What if I want to call myself? I'm not. Let's see. I think we ought to submit a formal protest. Of what? Of what? If the association said he's the next witch, what you protesting? You want to fight Descartes? Go ahead. You fight it for her son. Go ahead. Though admittedly, I did see people saying most people did agree. They kind of were like, Desseis? I know you're not seeing what you're cooking there, Pencil Man. But some people did bring up the fact that it is. I think it's because people were bringing up the fact, Pencil, I think you may be getting too heavily influenced by the fanfiction. And you're probably right, because people did point out how it could be very, very older sibling coded. Like both Descartes is the unserious older sibling, the older sister, Togeis is the serious older sister, and then Ichi's the very much younger brother. And like thinking about it for me was kind of difficult at first because I don't have any older sisters. I'm the eldest son, so like I have no context for what that dynamic is like. But I do have loose associations with some of my older female cousins, essentially being my older sisters. So like once I like shifted my perspective a little bit, I can see not only how Desseis can be read platonically, just exclusively platonically as two just really close friends, and also how they can both be read as more like familial sisterhood thing going for their dynamic and connection with each other and to Ichi. So I definitely do see the vision more on that now. When before, if you had asked me before I read last week's comments and thought about it for a bit, I would have fully been like, I mean, gang, Desseis is canon. Have you seen a man for either of them? No, because they don't have any value in this universe? Exactly. Let's see. This was wait, hold on. What voice do I give Spica? What voice did I give her last chapter? It's like 2 seconds since I recorded that review. I recorded that thing on like Friday or Saturday. Brain? Synapse is fire. Let's think. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a voice by the toe. She's gonna be major, don't let her go. This decision of the witches... English! This was the decision of the... English! This was the decision of the association's top witches. I'm sure it was made with very good reason. From what I heard, this gentleman has already proved his ability in several magic hunts. Having such a capable person join our association is heartening news. I'll stick with that. A little bit breathy, a little bit airy. But I'm trying to really portray what I'm assuming. That's the thing. The chapter title kind of like wrote it for. I'm assuming she's just a bad person. But it's that little. Have you ever heard someone speak and be like, "It's not you," but I can't prove it. It's like that Dokes image. I've never watched Dexter, but I've seen the Dokes meme of the guy behind the car like hitting this. Like that's. I feel like everyone's had that moment where they've heard someone speak before and been like, "I know what you are. I just can't prove it yet." Same thing for Spica, so I'm going to see if I can give her that kind of voice. It sounds nice, it sounds trustworthy, but if you listen to it too hard, especially if you're paranoid, then you're going to start to wonder certain things. Having such a capable person join our association is heartening news. Besides, and she is literally sparkling. That actually is pretty impressive. I wonder if that's like, this is probably just a manga thing though. Besides, I think it's good that men can be witches. Just the very idea will breathe new life and hope into the magic world. Surely our new male companion will help English! Why can I not read today? Surely our new male companion will help the Mantinell improve by leaps and bounds. Will help Mantinell improve by leaps and bounds. I don't know why this man Pencil can't read! Let's see. I think we ought to celebrate this historic occasion. Yes! Master Spica! But like, I'm not even sure how possible a thing that would be, like, like, I'm still very interested to see how the rest of the world reacts. Like, that's like crazy. That's still insane. A rule, and once again, we don't know how far, like, written history or history in general, known history traces back in this universe, but, like, a fundamental core, and notably, it's kind of been broken twice, because Gokuraku should not be able to use magic items. Like, obviously, we know he, like, cyborged himself. Like, who knows what that man did? Even Love Joe, the head of the tools department, was like, I have no idea what you did. Like you broke all rules. So, like, both of our male characters are, like, fundamentally breaking the rules of this universe. So, like, that would be cool to hear about, but it'd also be, like, somewhat terrifying. And I think, ultimately, it's going to create a bunch of copycat Gokurakus of men trying to become Magics. Then again, though, men literally can't even interact with Magics most of the time. Because, like, that was Gokuraku's whole issue at first. So, like, this is probably just gonna lead to a whole bunch of men dying stupidly. Which isn't new, unfortunately. But it's like, oh, Master Spica isn't just a talented witch. She's a wonderful person, too. She's so kind and magnanimous. I was able to read that just fine, but I couldn't read Spica's basic. What's wrong with me? Let's see. She's so kind and magnanimous. Her smile could melt even the hardest heart. Oh, she's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, you know what? Even with me saying I can definitely read the Simply Coded, like, this manga is going to be heavy Wallawa. if you know, that should be obvious what that is, but Wallawa, this manga has got to be heavily coded like that. But then again, they spend a whole bunch of time around each other. Proximity, I got you. What's it? She's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Master Spica is a saintess. She's going to be a real trouble person, isn't she? Oh my goodness gracious. Those silly little girls don't have a single Yo, great. Yo, with a smile on her face and everything. Oh my goodness gracious. Those silly little girls don't have a single brain cell bouncing around in their silly little skulls. Officially protest the association? Have you taken leave of your senses? I just make more enemies. That's the definition of stupid. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Is this not a man? Is that a woman? Is this meant to be a woman? This is not a man serving a drink? Huh? I mean, like, well, I suppose they can have male servers, but at least though we were talking, they never, like, the fashion department has never made male uniforms. So I kind of just thought men weren't really allowed in the association. But I guess, I mean, maybe this isn't a man. This could just be a masked presenting woman. But interesting. What are you doing? It is way too late to be doing anything yard related. Why? Why would I record? I bet when I'm at work all day, none of this is happening. But the second I come back to record, people are mowing lawns, dogs are barking. Why? It is dark. Why? The sun is down. Oh, gosh darn it, man. I'm sorry. I'm not stopping. I gotta get this done before a certain time period. I got things to do. But, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. I'll try to tone it down a little bit in editing. the best I can. I hope they just stop, because why are you doing this? Why? Let's see. Have you taken leave of your senses? That I just make more enemies. Oh, but she does have enemies. Alright, okay, Spica, alright, Spica. Let's see. That's the definition of okay, thank you, they stop. To be utterly frank, Mantinell's witches are monsters. Every one of them. Trying to claw your way into their ranks on ability alone is foolhardy. Yeah, but that's the thing. We've only met 4. And I'm guessing they're all, well, Spica herself, a witch cadet closest to becoming a witch. And presumably, just because of the eye patch, I'm still assuming head of the combat unit, considering of the 5 associations mentioned, or the slowdown pencil, enunciate, and why are you struggling with basic words? Of the 5 departments mentioned, they're all led by cadets. And we know Shirbadona leads her own, like, research department. I'm assuming she has to be combat because of the missing eye. But very good reinforcement that even a person who's rather high up in the organization, close to being a witch herself, still views, like, all of the top brass, the top Witches Association, straight monsters. Even Shirbadona, who so far has yet to be shown in a combat role, and while definitely in a high position of authority, seems to be more based on her intelligence rather than any sort of power, so like someone like Monogold, who I think genuinely could at least hang with Deskros and Togais. Nice to reinforce it. Nice to reinforce it. Just in case you forgot that Deskros, our silly, little, lovable, strongest witch in the world, isn't the strongest witch in the world. And if you get that Togais is at least somewhat her rival, even one of their own is like, I'm not comp, at least in terms of ability alone. I was like, that's why this party is an opportunity. The world's first male... I'm sorry, Spica's voice keeps changing, but I think I'll stick with this one. Let's see. The world's first male witch. Everyone of consequence will be watching him. And by extension, everyone connected to him. To those people, will come fame, fortune. Aren't you already from a rich family? How much more fame and fortune? Well, I guess, that's the thing. Apparently there's never enough. Let's see. To those people will come fame, fortune, power. Right now, the association sees this male witch as their most valuable asset, which is crazy, considering they have the strongest witch in the world. Then again, obviously, a scientific miracle. Yeah, like really, a magical miracle like Ichi definitely is a very powerful asset. Especially considering his potential and like what he's done. Like, it's crazy to think that in the first, we haven't even hit the 50 chapter mark, and technically Ichi has fought a god. Didn't win though. But then worked and captured another false deity. Like, what is Ichi cooking? Let's see. Thus, becoming close to them means putting myself in a position the association can't ignore. Your sister kind of already beat you to that. and then once again, I'm not sure how Spica is going to be able to get close to Ichi. Like, if you know that he's the association's top asset, top brass, and they're all monsters, what do you add? Like how are you even going to interact with this man? He's already... Well, then again, she doesn't know that he's on a team with Deskros, I don't think. But I'm guessing she at least knows about Komugi being on his team. And he's already captured multiple magics. And with you being where you are, unless you do have magics of your own, I'm not sure how you're comp. Why would they add you to the squad? We already got a 4-man band going on. Let's see. The association can ignore. In other words, being friends with this male witch is my quickest route to be In other words, I don't know why I'm struggling to read basic stuff right now. I literally took a nap in between reading. We can slightly meta because I don't know why. For some reason, my barriers drop even lower in the Each of the Witch reviews. But I was very tired at the end of the Kagurashi review to the point where I couldn't even get my end of chapter analysis out. And I was like, okay, I just gotta end the review now. It still ended up being like 40 minutes because, of course, I yapped too much. And this one, I keep yapping for too long. This is gonna be too long of a review, too. But literally in between, I was gonna immediately hop in recording Ichi. But I just straight sat back in my chair and passed out. It was only for 10 minutes, but still, it was enough where I'm like, oh, yeah, I couldn't have recorded. But I get that. I'm not tired right now. Like, I feel my eyes dragging a little bit. But, like, I'm not super drained right now. So I don't know why I'm struggling so much to read basic text. Like, I dropped out Magnanimous. No problem earlier. Is it Spica's voice? I've done this voice before. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Let's see. In other words, being friends with this male witch is my quickest route to getting promoted to full witch. Ah, what a lovely vintage. Vintage? She may be an adult. She may be... I mean, like... Then again... It is just very, like, I don't know what the legal drinking age in Japan is. I mean, obviously this is not Japan, but very interesting vintage wine. But then again, these younger women also seem, well, actually, are any of the younger women drinking anything? Seemingly not. So, I mean, obviously it would make sense that the older sister is likely an adult. But then again, I don't know how old Komugi and Ichi are. I could have sworn they're 15, but I don't know. So, I'm still not going to risk it just yet. What a lovely vintage. Oh, man, she's going straight for it. Let's see.
Marrying him and bringing him into the family wouldn't be a bad move. If I could claim the world's first male witch as my husband, that might boost the Harvest family's influence even further.
But what is your base influence? I thought you would at least be a witch, but no, you're not. You're just a witch cadet, very highly ranked witch cadet, but still, what? Let's see.
Unfortunately, as advantageous as it is. Good day. That plan is a giant no.
Oh. You gonna have Komugi do it? You gotta get your little sister to get on this sweet. Let's see.
I did some digging. This male witch's name is...
Okay, so yeah, if the witch cadets knew, or the lesser witch cadets knew, obviously a high level witch cadet would be able to get some info.
I did some digging, and this male witch's name is Ichi.
No last name. Very interesting.
Given the abnormal speed at which he's acquiring magics,
So even she admits that he's built different.
it seems fair to say he has significant talent.
No! No! That's not my son! Though admittedly, the hairstyle is freakishly accurate. But that's not my son. Let's see.
But he's also a literal mountain-raised wild child. His uncouth behavior has already caused issues. I'm sure he must be a brutish monkey with a lick of manners or sense.
And do you think the association would announce that? I feel like Spica, despite having a lot of respect for the top brass organization, also isn't like giving her due respect. You think the guy, the first witch who's now being announced to you and then by proxy the world, even if he was like this, like as you perceive him, do you think they'd let him appear like this? Spica, are you underestimating the group you're trying to join? Don't sleep. Presentation is everything. It really is. That's why this manga's so good. Let's see.
I have standards, thank you, especially for looks and education.
Oh well, then you really ain't rock with Ichi to that. But then again, he does know how to read and write. I don't know who taught him that, but he knows how to read and write. Let's see.
A monkey boy for a husband? I'm sorry, hard pass.
Tarzan, bring. He'd like to have a word with you. Let's see.
How useful he can be to me as a male witch, though, remains to be seen. I'll have to investigate further.
Okay, so she's very much a plotter, but ultimately, crazy to say this, I mean, like, she kind of right though, and that's not even just like obviously in the male or in the Mantinell Witch Association or the Each of the Witch world, but just in general, it really isn't like. Let's even assume like her comment earlier about trying to claw your way into ranks alone, trying to claw your way into their ranks alone, ranks on ability alone. I swear I could read. Into their ranks on ability alone is foolhardy. Even assuming a more generous interpretation of that and being like, she has the capacity to crawl into there, but she needs like extra push. She needs like genuine connections to these people. Networking is very, very important in like all aspects of life, not only because humans are social creatures, but like realistically, now more than ever, especially in the modern market, it's not really what you can do. It's who you know and who you're related to and who you can get related to or who you can get to know. Leave a good impression, stay in contact with people, network, connect. It's like the core of human interaction, and especially the professional world now. All the way. If you can get a connection, keep it. You never know when you'll need it. So she actually is kind of spitting on that. I do agree with the idea that sometimes you gotta make moves to make moves. It's just you want to progress a certain way in life. Let's see.
You there? Pardon me. Yes? Might you know where Komugi...
Yeah, it's Komugi Harvest. So Wheat Harvest.
Might you know where Wheat Harvest of the Witches Research Club is? Yes, master. I'll acquire immediately. Komugi.
Wait, her voice keeps changing. I can't read it. Her voice can't stay consistent. Let's see.
Komugi. My sweet little sister. To think she'd end up on the same team as the male witch. What a stroke of luck. Master Spica! That girl has always been the best stepping.
Oh, no, she's bad. See, no, I don't like that. I don't like... Very interesting, though. Because, like, at least to me, and this is... I'm not sure. For any of my older siblings in the comment section, y'all can tell me a different story. I never really viewed I viewed my brother as like a person to, if anything, be a stepping stone for. Like, the most I viewed our dynamic in terms of like any sort of progress thing is like, you're gonna surpass me one day. Like in almost every way. Like so far he isn't taller than me just yet, and he isn't stronger than me. But then again, I do have a rather massive lead on him in years. So like I get that. And also I go to the gym every day now. So like he's gonna have a hard time catching up regardless. But that boy's nowhere near his full potential. And he has certain aspects where he's already surpassed me. But I always kind of viewed it as that. Like, yeah, I left the legacy for you to beat. Like, you're going to be better than me. If anything, I'm the stepping stone to your ascension. That's kind of how I always viewed myself. I never really viewed my younger sibling as stepping stone because it never even made sense. Like, we don't move in the same circles. Even assuming my sibling and I were closer. Like, notably, we are more than a year or two apart. We have a couple years between us. But even if we were closer, me being the eldest, I don't know, I would never look at my sibling as a stepping stone. Maybe a person to compete with, to be better than in certain aspects, and I am better than him in certain aspects we do typically compete in. but he has his own thing he's better at. I never really considered my sibling a stepping stone. They weren't really like in the path. I've always been like running ahead. If I ever look to my right and then I see my sibling, then I know I'm doing something wrong. If anything, I've always been, funnily enough, I've always been like, I gotta run away. Gotta be as far. I was born first. I gotta keep a lead and make sure that they're still trying to catch up. Until like obviously like we're into the late days of adulthood and we're both fully functioning adults, obviously. But that being the case, very interesting that she views it that way. That does make you wonder how she's used her as a stepping stone before. Maybe just as like a point of comparison, like, oh, look at how good Spica's doing in comparison to her talentless little sister. Maybe that's it. I'm guessing. Let's see.
The best stepping stone.
Oh, speak of Shirobadon, and she shall appear. She's generally shocked by it too, but she's very good at maintaining this smile, even if it looks like she can give up certain aspects of her thinking and thought processes by how much she tilts her head and moves and closes her one good eye. She is good at maintaining this, like, it's not even really a poker face, but this false face. Let's see.
Attention, please. Elites of the Mantinell Witches Association, thank you all for being here.
She has not changed fits. Even Togai has a slightly different fit on. She has a hat at least. But Shirobadon, she truly must be top dog for the way she's never changed fits. But then again, fits really good. Let's see.
It's Master Shirobadon. I see Master Togais too.
Yep.
Tonight, as we announced, we will debut the world's first male witch and the new Anti-Human Hater Squad.
That's such a weird name. I guess it makes sense, but still.
A male witch? Then the rumor was true? A man as a witch? We anticipated the confusion this might cause. Thus, before we make the...
Okay, so this isn't a simultaneous announcement. They're just letting the association know, then let the rumor spread a little bit, and then they'll officially debut Ichi to the larger scale. Let's see.
We anticipated the confusion this might cause. Thus, before we make the public announcement to the world, we decided to privately introduce him and his team to you, the association's best and brightest.
Oh, he's stepping out?
Behold.
Oh, all the women are like... they're like, why is it... Yo, they're like, why is this man so handsome? Let's see.
Behold. His mere existence is a miracle, bearing legend within him. He's rewritten history.
2 times over. He did capture Uro, the uncapturable magic, is now intertwined with the World Hater magic, and is the first male witch.
By unanimous...
Oh, look at... Even Togai's is a little bit proud of her little sibling. So I said, look at how she's like... She's fighting the grin a little bit. She's like, yeah, talk that talk. Talk that talk about the boy I trained a little bit. Let's see.
By unanimous decision, the Mantinell Witches Association recognizes him as its newest witch. The world's first male witch. He already has 5 magics to his name.
Yo, the cape? The cape? Why is he dropping?
I present to you...
Why? Okay, I think it is literally Spica's voice that's hijacking me. I don't know why I'm struggling so much to read her lines, but so far I've not struggled at all with anybody else's. Let's see. Well, actually, not struggled at all. I've struggled a little bit with the Witch Cadets, too. Let's see.
I present to you...
Ichi... Yo! Ichi! Oh, I forgot to pre-draw for Ichi the Witch. Shoot! Chapter's almost over anyway. Pre-draw. Sorry, I completely forgot. But yeah, pre-draw for Ichi the Witch. Whoops! Can't say I didn't forget it. And I see a comment about how I forgot to pre-draw. Technically, I didn't. I just completely forgot me until all the chapters almost over. But look at him! Why is he so drippy? I mean, obviously they're presenting him, so he needs to look good. But darn, he even got his hair looking right. What is this? Why does he look so clean? Oh man, he's got the chain drip. He's got the patterns on the scarf. He got the cape flowing in the wind. I'll admit that. Well, all the accessories are kind of fire. I actually do like his base outfit more. Something feels a little bit off about that. He's a little too log-like in the base fit, and the boots are a little bit too high. But still, okay.
Ichi the Witch.
Roll credits. Let's see. Okay, he looks majestic though. That's my son. Look at him. Look at those piercing eyes, bro. He's holding it together by a thread, though. I'm guessing. Let's see.
He really is a man, and he's young. He's so pretty.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see.
Next, the squad leader, Descaras.
Oh, so fly, bro. Yo, what I wouldn't get to be Descaras' hat, her dress, her gloves, her spiked heel. Yo, anything, bro. Anything, please. Teleport me in this manga now. Just for a chance, bro. Just give me a chance. And you look at Descaras in real life, hit my line. I'm gonna say it every chapter she appears. If you look at Descaras in real life, hit my line. But let's see.
Master Descaras.
Okay, so it is good to know that the glaze is not... Well, obviously it makes sense. She's a strong switch. But still, the glaze is not just a, like, Descaras exclusive thing. She truly is, like, well-beloved and well-glazed all around. Which makes sense. She's the world's most powerful witch. Let's see.
Master Descaras. Magic act...
There we go. I messed up. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I'm just not on my A game this chapter review. Let's see. Magic item crafter, Gokuraku. A man? Another one? And he's even more handsome than Ichi? Like, I don't know. Gokuraku's mad handsome, dog. We got a bunch of handsome characters in these last couple of reviews. Let's see. A squad record. Oh, Kabuki! Kabuki, everyone's looking right. At least somewhat, though. Admittedly, Ichi does not look engaged. He looks like he's holding a flat face. Deskros also looks kind of bored. Gokuraku's the only one who's, like, genuinely smiling. And Kabuki just looks straight up nervous. It looks so awkward. Why are you spaced apart like that? It's because of the cape. There's a little bit of distancing. And I do like that. I do like how Deskros has her full outfit, which we haven't actually seen in a while. We haven't seen this in chapter 1, I don't think. And then Ichi, he's framed by the cape causing these two sides. And then Kamugi's hair is causing this like two sides framing. Gokuraku's the one who's kind of lacking, but even then you can kind of see it in his shoulders. But does he have his arm back? No, it looks like he still hasn't got his arm remade yet. So I hope he gets that back before the next mission. Let's see. Ladies, I present to you. So it is all women. So I guess that male, that was just where she got the drink from. Yeah, I'm assuming that's just a mass presenting woman. Let's see. Let's see. Ladies, I present to you our new anti-human hater magic squad, Team Deskras. And they're cooking. So far they're cooking. Let's see. Komugi is Master Spica's sister, right? Oh, so that's Ichi the Witch. He isn't at all what I expected. Yo, I love it so far. Everyone in this verse has been like, yo, why is that man so handsome? Let's see. Wow, he looks so gallant. Right, Master Spica? Master Spica? Okay, you know what? I like Spica already. I don't like the whole using your sibling as stepping stone thing and being mean to her. But like, she's hilarious. I like her. I actually do kind of agree with her philosophy. Oh no, what they have yet to miss. It is actually insane. 45 chapters deep, and there's not a single, at least seemingly somewhat major character. Where are some of the side characters? There's not been a single miss character-wise in Ichi the Witch. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to read Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. Like I didn't like the art style. That's why I didn't like fully read it, and also I don't like the concept of it. But I'm gonna have to read it, dog. If we get this quality of character work in Ichi the Witch, like that manga also just has to be a banger character wise, dog. Like there's no way, because her straight up seeing Ichi's. But then again, aren't you an adult? And it's kind of weird to date a kid. Then again, how old is Ichi? I actually don't know. How old is Ichi? Is he 15? My brain is screaming. I'm gonna have to reread. Before next review, and then we do have a 2-week break, so I actually do have time to possibly reread all of Ichi the Witch. Only 45 chapters, but I'm gonna hunt down this man's age. I swear he's 15, but at the same time, you're drinking. Aren't you an adult? You into kids? Let's see. Okay, would. Yes, very, very, very yes. More than yes. Extremely yes. She down bad for Ichi like I'm down bad for Deskros. Me and Spica are really the same, dog. Except I don't like being mean to my siblings. Let's see. Sibling, singular. Let's see. Gallant aura, radiant complexion, confident demeanor. Everything about him is excellent. Looks, potential, attention factor. I won't find a better prospect. Oh no! Wait, no! I need Kichi. I do not want Speechy? Sichi? I guess Speechy would be better. I do not want Speechy. I need Kichi. Down, girl, down. Stay away from him. Let's see, or stay away from him. Yeah, like that's the thing. She can't. She's good at hiding most of her reactions, but it's very clear if you pay close attention that Spica does have a lot of like external reactions. And I can tell just by looking at his features. One day he's going to be a fine-looking young man. I mean, he is handsome already, but like, dog, really? I want him. Oh, yes, I want you no matter what, Ichi the Witch. She's good though. She's good. Not only there are a couple reasons she's good. Not only because Kichi is basically endgame, like let's be real, like main girl, main guy, like main girl, main guy, same age range. I've been on AO3. You weirdos who ship Deskros and Ichi, you're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird and you're nasty. You're weird and you're nasty. I'm gonna be real with you, because I've been trying to consume all the Ichi the Witch fan fiction I can. While the fandom's still small. In like 10 years when we get an anime, then I know it's gonna explode. It's gonna get even weirder. But you're weird. It's weird. The fact that I had to exclude that tag and then like numerous you're weird. You're nasty. Ichi's a child. That's an adult woman. It's weird. But that aside, This is hilarious. This is hilarious, and it's a fantastic introduction for Spica as a proper character. Obviously, last chapter ended with Spica. We have implications for this character for a while now, but let me hit an extremely W chapter. If this is solely a character showcase for Spica, appearances deceiving. We get to see how she is on the outside, how she presents herself to everyone else for the sake of her goals, and we get to see her goals and her true thoughts on the inside. I really like that, and I like how Ichi subverted her expectations, and ultimately is now going to be seemingly going for that man even more than she was already planning to go for him. This time, romantically and logistically, or really romantically for logistically, and a little bit of both because she just finds him handsome. So overall, W chapter. I'm very interested to see next chapter how it's going to play out. Obviously, I'm guessing they're going to probably have like a Q&A maybe while they have everyone on stage and be like, what do you guys do? What magics have you captured? What are your goals? What is the purpose of the squad? And I'm guessing that Spica's gonna come out and be like, hey, you single? Huh? You trying to mingle? Or at least trying to figure out how she can get in close association with them. And then probably gonna do a little bit of mix and mingling. So overall, I'm very excited. I'm sad we got a 2-week break, but I believe it is some sort of holiday over in Japan. So overall, W chapter. If you don't wait to the end for you, please leave down, girl, down. Very specifically, down, girl, down. 3 words. In the comment section down below. And the thing is what you're watching. So you have to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, even have a Patreon below, use support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Those perks include the live reactions to the issues I have to review, add variations of all my videos, and you become a $25 patron or a $25 member. You can order whatever video you want. Also the link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You drop 5 means for a short video, 20 means a long video, or any means at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, riding off. I would like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Pade, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Uda, Alex Kenny, Enzo, Plant Crone, G Prosper, Swift Strike, Striker Man, and Autumn Mornings Lazo, Cree Panem, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, and Azo2404. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Dread Zoen, A+A, and Victor Raji. And then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: Austin Wimberly, Euchia, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. With a long, juicy, thick, hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. With a final Genshuin legendary super grumblyumptious thank you to our glorious, legendary, handsome, Kashimo Glazing King, Calvin Elder.